Hello, welcome to Homesteading Northwest Florida. Today is Sunday, June 28th, 2026 at 8:30 in the morning. Time just clicks by in the morning where it's not hot because it gets to be, 80 in the evening. Now it says the temperature is about 80 degrees, 78 degrees, something like that, 79. It's 8:30 in the morning, but it's going to get hot, like 94, 95. And we did quite a bit around here as far as weeding. Now that the heavy rain season, I believe, is over. Now we go into kind of a drought time here, where you have to water everything every morning. So I use this fertilizer water, master blend, and So we do have one pepper growing here. Seems like to be the perfect spot that it gets morning sun. And we got a couple other peppers. Some of these aren't doing so good. This might be an area where I get too much water for the peppers, but they're still coming along. These ones in the back here are really coming along. I'm going to have to stake them soon with the bamboo stakes that I grow. Here, these are coming along, but I did see a caterpillar on these peppers. But we actually have tomatoes this year. And I could use the BT, but I've used BT in the past, and then my tomatoes never grew. It's just like I kind of think if the Bacillus thuringiensis, I kind of think if I don't need it, I'm not going to put it on here because it disrupts the natural goings on of the tomatoes and the peppers. So not going to use it if I don't need it yet. And we got quite a few tomatoes here. Quite a few. So they're coming along. And we tried again here with some hemp seeds that my friend sent me, and nothing much yet. And this was a handful of hemp seeds, nothing much yet. But we do have longleaf pine trees. Ooh, and actually some peppers in here. So we're going to just leave that with the, not longleaf pine, it's live oak. Live oak acorns collected from in Pensacola, and we got a few here. And I put some pepper seeds in here. So we got a couple peppers going there that I could transplant into other areas or just leave them in there, and they're coming along well. We're not having so much morning sun here, because this area where the cedar trees fell down, I left some of the oak trees, here. And I'll cut out the Chinese privet eventually. Got a lot of trees to cut down. That's all I'm saying. Because in the past, I would say month and a half, we've had 30 inches of rain. Torrential rain. So now comes our drought time. Ooh, and we do have a heavy mosquito population here right now, and it's with these tiger mosquitoes, which are different than mosquitoes in Wisconsin. They bite during the day, and they cannot take a breeze. So if you're moving around and you got baggy clothes, I like to wear baggy clothes, you're doing better. And I also put a fan out here while I'm weeding. And I started to weed my main areas here, which this I always kept weeded, but it grew all up during the 30 inches of rain in a month and a half. This one I might put, it's got morning glory in it, which I like, but I had to rip it down because I chopped out some bamboo over there that's encroaching. And here I had a pepper, but it got eaten by some kind of bug all the way down to the nub. But we have onions. These got all weeded yesterday. I weeded like 7 containers. And I'm going to try again now that it's fall or really hot summer and this area is a little shaded. I'm going to try again with peppers and everything over here. But this one's empty. It was all weeds, all weeds. All weeds over here. It's emptied out. And here I got a volunteer tomato. I have no idea, from last year or something. And that one's got a couple tomatoes on it. And we just weeded all around here and watered. So maybe that tomato will survive. But I don't know if I'm going to do the BT until I see that maybe I really need it. But these are tropical gardenias. Doing very well. Yeah, we did a lot of weeding. There's a whole bunch of weeds in the back. It was like 5 buckets of weeds. And then we have the tobacco that I'm just experimenting with here, and 5-gallon buckets. The Aztec tobacco, I just let it come to seed, because I would rather have tobacco weeds than other weeds, you know. This chickweed is a major problem, where it gets these spiky balls. Grass weeds are really the major problem. And this is the Virginia Gold, which I have harvested the bottom leaves, and now we got a new shoot coming up in that one. It's like crazy. Tobacco grows really well here, especially with 30 inches of rain. And we got peppers here. They look like they're getting attacked a little bit by something, where the tops are getting eaten off, but that will end and they'll come back. I think I may remove the bottom leaves of these peppers. So yeah, these are coming along good. These get a lot of direct sun. This area gets a lot of direct sun during the day. Really hot. So yeah, the Aztec tobacco, the leaves never really grew as big as the Virginia Gold. And we do have seeds, and I'm letting these 2 come to seed. Over here of the Virginia Gold, these had pink flowers, as you can see, and the Aztec had yellow flowers. The Aztec had yellow flowers on the Aztec tobacco. So yeah, and then we got this little tiny, they call it a wandering Jew plant here, and it got really big. You know, it was just like a cutting. So yeah, and then we have some live oaks here in with a tobacco, and whenever these tobaccos stop growing, I think I'm going to try another crop, maybe in the fall, of tobacco, and try to preserve the ones that are in the larger pots, because this is just too many pots to water, you know. And I put out the mosquito bits for the watering around here.